Now, we know the Prime Minister was distracting Australia, and successfully so, by telling lies during the election. This is all you'll need to see a doctor, despite the fact that, 85% of doctors said, no, you'll still need to bring your credit card. We know that Jim Chalmers, desperate to try to turn around from not being there for the majority of Australians when it came to cost of living, of course, was out and about pretending to be a member of the SES when we all know he wasn't, in the cyclone that, of course, was not as well. But all of this successfully was able to change the subject. Polls told us at the beginning of the year we wanted to change the government. Then a whole bunch of very deeply personal attacks, BS, own goals and all the rest of it resulted in not a government going backwards, instead putting the accelerator down and getting as many seats in the parliament as John Howard did in 1995. It is their time. But it just shows just how successful their ability to distract the Australian population from its reality actually was, about how you can get away with anything if most of the media is on your side. The Australian economy is back where it was for the best part of the past 2 years, where the average citizen was going backwards. The only reason the country was technically growing was because of the billions of dollars being piddled up against the wall by the federal government, on the federal government, by and for the federal government. Economic growth in Australia was looking okay towards the end of last year, but it was pretty crappy for most of last year. This time last year, 0.1%. Remember, anything under zero, so say minus 0.1% for 2 quarters in a row, that is a recession. We have been like a car idling at the lights in terms of growth. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. We did start to move at 0.6, but that's not massive. Well, guess what? Bang, we're straight back to where we were. The car is stalling again. But, because we're talking about Peter Dutton bad and where's nuclear power going to go and there's a problem with women, all of the other garbage, all that other stuff. Not to mention the behaviour, yes, of Donald Trump and, of course, the reduction in interest rates in February. The reality is that Australia decided to rehire the authors of this economy for the next 3 years. Well, today the headlines say it all, that Australia is on the brink of a recession. Because literally, if the overall growth right now is 0.2, the chances of it going to 0.3 or 0.1 probably equal. The idea of it going under that and us beginning the process of set of 3 months, then another set of 3 months for a recession, maybe. But of course, to talk about any of this during the campaign was talking down the economy while the economy was going down. As the Daily Mail wrote about it today, Australia's on the brink of sliding back into another recession. A major blow to Anthony Albanese's government. Of course, it doesn't matter because they're back in there, sitting pretty. The opposition reduced to a rump, barely holding itself together in terms of the coalition. But fair income. Can we be very serious here about what took place today? The Australian economy is spluttering yet again. And of course, the federal government, the only reason we are sitting at 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 is because of that government spending. That government spending that results in borrowed money. Borrowed money that takes us from $1 trillion to 1.2 to 1.5 to 1.7 to $2 trillion debt. Not one budget surplus for the next 40 years. Yet because the people can be distracted, because the people can be lied to, because the media are part of that lie, they get away with it. Well, as they were getting away with it, Australia's economy was starting to splutter or pull to a stop. Someone smarter than me can explain.
It was a fairly shabby number. We would have liked to have seen a higher growth figure for the quarter. Our own projections were for 0.3%, so we expected a higher number. And that was after we revised our forecast down after some weak GDP partials that came out yesterday. So it was a soft number.
Soft number, fair income. Like as soft could be. Tissue paper soft, right? With the economy being sort of a truck that's going to drive through it, fair income. As for the Treasurer, of course, nothing to see here. I'm amazing. Thank goodness for voting for us. Did you remember how much I helped during the floods? I know it'll be me versus Annika Wells at the next run to be Prime Minister, but remember me. I'm the one who saved Australia from me.
It's clear from this data that in the March quarter, growth was subdued in our economy. Also clear that our economy is not productive enough. But I also wanted to offer this perspective. When you look at these numbers today, no major advanced economy has our combination of unemployment in the low fours, inflation below 2.5%, and 3 years of continuous growth.
This guy. Remember, his doctorate is not in an economy. It's about in how to sell an economy, how to sell what Paul Keating did, and Australia bought it up.